What food do you swear people only pretend to like? The food my nephew makes. It's too salty and it's always made out of Play-Doh. Anything that's classified as a local delicacy. There's usually a reason it's remained local. And yes, I am Scandinavian, how'd you guess? Edit. All the exceptions you've listed sound disgusting and your taste does not generalize as well as you think it does. Gefilte fish. I refuse to believe anyone under the age of 80 enjoys this food. It's not normal. Chitterlings. The end. Anything I cook, bake. Limburger cheese. It smells and tastes like sweaty feet. Edit. A lot of people are saying that Limburger cheese tastes good despite its foul odor. I've never actually tried it. I just made a hypothesis about the taste, and for all the people who like it, you can like what you like, I don't care as long as it's not hurting anyone. Thanks for all the comments, upvotes, and awards everyone. Roommate in collage would eat cereal with water in between paychecks, then just quit buying milk. Why not just eat it dry? Everybody gonna say oysters, and even though I love oysters I get what they mean. They're the texture of a thick loogie. They taste like saltwater and algae that's marinated an old piece of discarded bubble gum. But I love them. I love them so much. I love them with horseradish, lemon juice and hot sauces. They're mostly just a vector for those flavors, I guess. But I'd never really argue with a person who hates on them. They're objectively correct. I've just eaten so many things at this point, whacked off my taste buds so much, made them numb with fire and acid, that I've evolved to some twisted realm of flavor where culinary Cenobites make me genuinely enjoy some clearly disgusting meal. Durian. The smell of some durian tea from an ex-coworker led to everyone in my then office thinking there was a gas leak. Raw eggs. There's bound to be a better way to cure a hangover. Popcorn with ketchup. I don't even want to talk about it. Balut. I spend quite some time in the Philippines and I never saw one person actively enjoying the food but eating it because cheap and easy to get. Edit. I am by no means bashing the Philippines. Love the culture and its people. Y'all just eat some weird shit. If I've learned anything in this thread, it's that I'm clearly uncultured. I've got no idea what 70% of these foods are. This is the opposite. But I'd just like to say, not Brussels sprouts. Growing up on TV made me think Brussels sprouts was the most horrible thing to exist, but I finally try them, and they are actually so delicious. Snails. Had them. Nothing thrilling. It's all about the butter and garlic oil. Fermented soybeans, natto. Wow, so many people hate everything I love. LMAO. Caviar. I'd like some salt paste please for $100 a scoop. Liver pudding. Yes, it is a real thing. This thread makes me feel 30% understood and 70% completely angry that people don't like avocado. Marmite. There's literally a series, https://www.youtube.com/watch?v=gorsu0072 of adverts, https://www.youtube.com/watch?v=jfles8c made by the company where the whole premise is, this shit tastes so terrible that even the slightest scraping will make you vomit. They're not even pretending anymore. It's not a food as much as it is an inter-office dare to see just what nasty bullshit they can convince people to eat. Edit. To everyone queuing up to tell me that I'm missing out and that you need to use the smallest amount possible, believe me, I do. The smallest amount possible is 0, and I find that improves the taste dramatically. Grape nuts. If I wanted that texture and no flavor I would go outside and chew on gravel. Anything rose or floral flavored. Like I wanted a cake, not a cake that smells like flowers and tastes like soap. Everything I eat at Rosh Hashanah. Chopped liver, gefilte fish, kugel noodles with cottage cheese and raisins. Everything is described as an acquired taste, which is code for not good. Hot or cooked avocado. Liver and pig's feet. I eat all types of food. I eat sushi, caviar, oysters, beef heart, tongue, etc. But those two foods in particular have a certain taste that just broadcasts what they are, and it isn't positive. Definitely natto. Those bitter gross leaves in some salads. Those are weeds, not food. Healthy doesn't mean it needs to taste like poison. Like weird, no gluten, no dairy, no sugar, no chocolate, chocolate cheesecakes and similar substitutions. IDK if this counts but vodka. Some people are like, oh I love me a good glass of vodka. Fuck you, no you don't, this is blasphemy. I read through pretty much all replies here hoping for a revelation about the lies we tell ourselves but found no valid examples. It's mostly things that some people dislike but that others obviously love. Liver, oysters, avocado, okra, kale, snails, surströmming etc. People like different things. I was hoping for something that people eat even though they hate it just because it's expected of them for some reason. Maybe we're not surrounded by as many pretentious assholes as we thought. I can only conclude that everything is possible to enjoy. You can probably learn to like most things you have a dislike for, so go out there and eat some gross-looking stuff and learn to love it. Try things with an icky flavor or texture in a new context, you might learn something new about yourself. Because really, isn't the moment when we stop learning to appreciate new things the moment we start dying? Edit. I'll concede that high-end caviar seems unlikely to be 1,000 times tastier than the common types. I haven't tried beluga so I couldn't say for sure, but it feels more like a rich people doesn't necessarily have a richer palate but don't want to look dumb by admitting it. Delio. Tonic water. It's like angry poison water. Why would anyone drink that on purpose? Some of the Jell-O salads out there. Green Jell-O with carrots and sometimes raisins is an abomination. Also, whatever the hell my mom used to make with cottage cheese and orange Jell-O. My family had this weird notion that if you put healthy stuff in Jell-O that it was a side dish and not a dessert. Nope, you just ruined two foods by making unnatural combinations with them. Mom never did come across a Jell-O recipe that she thought was a bad idea though. Edit. Thanks for the awards. Edit 2. Since it's a frequently asked question. I'm not from Utah or the Midwest. Mom and Grandma aren't either. They're from Los Angeles. Lot of you are forgetting that you need to cook or prepare food right to get the proper tasty result. Ass. It's sweaty and dirty. Sprinkles. You all pretend to like them because they're cute but in reality they ruin whatever they are on. Leave my cupcake alone with your glittery crunchy nasty bullshit. Miracle Whip. To quote Kyle Kinane, mayonnaise doesn't go bad, it just becomes Miracle Whip. That extra tang in there, you know what that is. Patience. Gefilte fish. Sugar substitutes. Both artificial and natural. By that I mean aspartame, stevia, etc. not things like agave nectar or honey. They're fucking gross. I don't care how few calories they have, they taste like shit. Excessive weird chemically, cloying sweetness, followed by a bitter, metallic aftertaste. Neither of which you can rid of from your mouth. Fruitcake dough. People actually eat that. I feel like it worked better as a doorstop. Pierogi. In fucking chocolate it's a disgrace to me, I'm Polish. Jägermeister. It tastes like a syrup version of black licorice. Ew, God no. Well done steak. It destroys the flavor and texture. You may as well just save yourself some money and buy chicken instead. Oh yeah, jellied eels. https://www.youtube.com/watch?mark v=9ttgrn4w8nq. Shit flavored fish wrapped in some nasty gelatinous slime. Tide Pods. They really aren't as tasty as you think they'd be. Coconut water. If I wanted to drink taint sweat I would just collect my own. Caviar. It makes no sense to me. I'd rather chum the water with it than eat it. Half of the candy that exists, but most importantly circus peanuts. It's like chalk and gelatin. Kale. Sure. I'd love a sandpaper salad. Animal brains. Dragon fruit. People like it because it looks neat. As a Swede, surströmming. Black licorice. Blech. IDK if this qualifies but. Hennessy. Liver. It's like a mushy dog turd. Celery. It's literally bitter, chewy, fibrous water. Blah. Edit. Thanks for the awards. I'm happy to know that I'm not alone in my disdain for celery. Edit 2. You all have convinced me. I'll try to give celery and peanut butter another go. Candy corn. There is a conspiracy that in the 1880s, Big Sugar had found a way to sell their low-grade sugar by mixing it with edible wax and selling it to children called candy corn. If someone likes candy corn, they are alien who is trying to fit in with humanity, cause people weren't supposed to like candy other than as fake gag food. Truffles. I just don't see the appeal. Wine snobs. We have some friends that are, and they use this term themselves, wine snobs. They are nuts about wines, and that's perfectly okay, because they like it and it makes them happy. But from what I'm learning lately, even the top experts can barely tell the difference between super cheap wines and the good, expensive wines. So, my guess is that they are pretending to like the good wines as well, because they can't tell, just like the wine experts, the difference. Matcha. I've tried it so many times, but it's like a bitter wet lawn. Really fancy wines. I feel like once you hit anything over $40 per bottle, all wines are just about the same levels of good. Chitlins. Seriously, its intestines sorta cleaned and cooked. That's it. Salad mix that looks like lawn clippings. It's all bitter and lacks a salad crunch. Fucking caviar. Like WTF. Uni, sea urchin. Tastes like rusty nails and explodes said rusty nail juice in your mouth like a boba. Chefs talk about how they love it, and I think people say they like it to get foodie cred. IPA beer. Oysters. There is just no fucking way. Whoa, didn't expect so many pro-oyster eating comments. Maybe I'll try a fried oyster now. Alcoholic sparkling water, White Claw, etc. Remember how everyone made fun of Zima? Smirnoff Ice, Mike's Hard Lemonade. Sparkling water is just the newest ridiculous fad drink. Black pudding. How the fuck can anyone enjoy pig's blood? IPA beers. I'd much rather have a brown ale, stout, or anything that isn't just liquid bitterness. In Korea they eat this thing called hanjeo-ho. It's basically a skate that has been fermenting in its own urine, since skates pee through their skin. It has a super strong smell of ammonia, and when you eat it, it burns like a mofo. It tastes what I would imagine is the beginning of a rotting fish plus someone urinating on it, salt. No thanks. Give me a sprinkling of golden shower on it, lol. Here's the thing, it's super expensive and it can cost up to $1,000 per skate. I feel like people are just showing off status, like, I can afford this shit so it has to be good for the price. As if people can't call a $1,000 food crap. But to me it is still terrible no matter the price. Wikipedia literally says it as, ammonia-like odor that has been described as being reminiscent of an outhouse. Anise and all anise-flavored products. Licorice can suck a dick. Ever hear of hot lettuce? The shit smells like a tire fire. Edit. I am floored by the response to this comment. I had no idea this was so foreign to everyone else. Edit 2. I am disabling inbox replies. All three of the things people are asking, saying have been asked, said now 20k times. Thanks for joining me on this weird journey of disgust. Halo Top ice cream. Any diet ice cream. Not the best thing, but I didn't want to say something already here, so Starbucks. Honestly, I don't understand the love for burnt coffee. It's so awful. Cottage cheese. How on earth anyone can consume, let alone stand the smell, is beyond me. Y'all got my stomach churning. With your vivid descriptions and pleasure stories. There is no changing my mind. The smell, taste and texture are awful. I'm glad you all enjoy it. I dry heave. I have the soap gene for cilantro, so I had my fiancé try a bit raw, to tell me what it tasted like. Does it really just taste like grass for people without my curse? Thanks for watching. See you later.